Hey everyone, Jackie here with Enjoying Life's Journey, and today is Friday, which is the day that I do our family budget. So I thought I'd go ahead and take you guys along with. All right, so I do our budget. I kind of do it based off of Dave Ramsey's idea of making a zero balance budget. So this is actually a form that you can get off of his website for free. And this is kind of what got me started when I started doing a budget, because believe it or not, I didn't really have a set budget before. And then now I use one of the spreadsheets or templates that actually comes in Excel. But basically, let's just talk about the idea of making a zero balance budget and what does that really mean. So the idea is that you want to go ahead and put your monthly take-home pay or your estimated take-home pay, and then you want to have different categories for your spending. Okay, so it could be anything charity, tithings for church. We don't go to church, so we categorize this as giving, whether that's birthday presents, Christmas presents, donating food for food drives, anything that we might participate within the community is our giving section. And then your savings, housing, utilities, you get the idea. So the idea is that you go ahead and you budget what you think you might be spending that month, and this is really cool. It gives you an idea of what percent is a good percent to stay in for those type of items. And then it does have a second page here which has like insurance, your personal things, your debt, things like that. So debt is really low. You want to keep it between 5 and 10% of your income, and really your ultimate goal is to get down to zero, which is where we're working towards. We are far from that goal, sorry, but we're definitely working there. And then these little envelopes here, if you've heard of the envelope system, a cash envelope, these are some of the items that Dave Ramsey recommends that you use a cash envelope system for spending, and it kind of helps you from overspending in those areas. And then again, you're going to add up everything that you've budgeted down here, and you're going to go ahead and subtract it from what you plan on making, and you should have a zero. And you might think, why do I want to have no money? Well, that's because any extra money that you have from your typical bills, you want to make sure you're putting that aside for savings, or maybe giving, or maybe you know that month, for instance, we need new tires on our car, and Ricky's motorcycle had to be maintenanced this month, as well as we had oil changes due for the vehicles. So we had to budget extra money in our transportation section for this month. So that's, the idea though is that you have a zero balance for your budget. I do a little bit different sections. I actually might divide mine up a little bit more through my Excel spreadsheet. As well, I do not use the cash envelope system. I've tried it, and honestly it doesn't really work for us, because I want to keep track of where almost every cent is going and what we're actually spending it on, and we are really bad about getting the receipts and going through the receipts and having a way to actually document that if we were using cash. So I do like using the online bank account, where every Friday I just log onto the online bank account and I can see, okay, we spent $30 at Circle K. I know that was for gas. We spent $5 at Walmart. I know that was probably some kind of supply for the household, something like that. So I do prefer doing that. However, when we've had a tight budget and I feel that sometimes we start getting off track and we start overspending because we see the money in the account and we're going to do it, then I might take out the cash for my husband, his or her money, our recreation money, and I might say, okay, this cash is for our recreation, and that's that. But as far as taking out cash for groceries and some of the other things, realistically, it's not working for us. I mean, the cash envelope system is a great idea, And it definitely helps when you're first getting started with a budget. If you take out that cash and you're like, this is what I have to spend, and that's that, it does help you. But if you want to keep track of the expenses in more detail like I do, it hurts me there. So that's all I have to say about that.